Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another Wednesday Night Magic with Speed Gaming and crew. My name is Sakura, and I'm going to be commentating today with the one and only Zebra Unicorn. Say hello.
Hello, hello. Line!
Like, wait a second. Is he here? Yeah. Yo, thanks so much for joining today. It's gonna be another exciting night. Some best of 3 matchups, I think, between I believe it's best of 3 between a few of our community members and a few of the Magic the Gathering Team Instant Speed crew. We have Lanxion versus Clifford starting right now, as a matter of fact.
Getting started early. Getting the show on the road.
Yep. Ooh. And look, we see the thud right off the bat in Clifford's hand.
Thought is a card that I love, but I will probably never play.
I love to see it in action. I love just to see like the really strong creatures come out and you just throw it right at the enemy. It's so great.
So it looks like we got Clifford with some John the Thud, is what I'm going to call this. Lanxion is on Bant Pod, which, like most Magic decks, is a name that probably makes absolutely no sense if you've been playing Magic for only 2 years.
Clifford getting that first hit in, knowing that Lanxion is not likely to sacrifice that Mana Dork that probably going to need a little bit later on. Ooh, and gets another Mana Dork. Will we see that one out? Or, no, looks like we're going to see the Elite Guard Mage flying. And when it enters the battlefield, gain 3 life and draw a card.
Yep, I feel like this is going to be a tough matchup for Clifford, especially considering Lanxion's draw. That, like, Shalai giving him and all his other creatures hexproof is going to be a pain, and also every other card in his hand gains life. So that's going to be rough for the deck that looks like it's probably trying to just burn him out.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, interesting. What do are we going to see nope.
It's probably just going to pick this off, yeah. He's going to be unhappy next turn when Lanxion plays Shalai and he doesn't have that collision anymore.
That would have been a really good hold for Shalai.
Ooh, she's going to go with Vannifar. Trying to get the pod train rolling. So it doesn't look like Clifford's going to be able to take care of Vannifar this turn. So this game might get out of control very fast.
Yep, especially with potentially Shalai. Oh, interesting.
Oh, so he's going to get to pick off both the elves. That's actually a really good play.
Yep.
It's really attempting to, take out the food for Vannifar to try and eliminate that. It's a very creative way to try and solve that problem. Instead of killing Vannifar, just kill everything else.
And here comes Shalai.
Yeah, that's gonna be some trouble. Yeah, he's gonna pot away Shalai. Probably get. He's got Tolsimir and Oketra as targets. I had Lanxion send me his list before this because I was like, if you're gonna play Pod, I need your list because it's gonna be impossible to commentate if I don't know it's your deck. But yeah, Tolsimir, take it, trading off Voja, gaining some life. Clipper's gonna generate a little bit of value here. Get back Grim Initiate and Judith. try and keep up with the value train that is an active Vannifar.
Yep.
So it looks like we can go with, you could either just play Tristani and just probably like try and get aggressive, but you might, since Clifford's tapped out, it's pretty much clear for takeoff to just play Knight of Autumn, probably gain 4 and then pot it. You can get, oh, we can get Spark Double. You could get Spark Double, copy Tolsimir, make another Volya. Yep.
Oh goodness.
Fight Fireblade Artist, game 3. Yeah, this game's.
Ooh.
This game's gonna get out of control. Yep. Oh yeah, because he has 2 Tolsimirs, so it triggers twice. Wow, that's really good. That's an interaction you don't see very often.
That was actually really good.
That was actually, yeah, that was a really good turn. I didn't even see that. Yeah, so Clifford can basically play 2 creatures. Lanxion's gonna play. Oh wait, he can. No, he's not gonna revival. Okay, yeah, he's gonna. Oh, you drew that. That's probably better. Draw a card, gain 3. Go up to 35. Yeah, this game's pretty over. I don't really see how Clifford could possibly come back from this.
Yeah, at this point, things are a little bit out of control.
Yep. Yeah, after combat, Lanxion can even pot away the Elite Guard Mage for a Ketra, and then it's just like, there's like no way he's ever beating a Ketra. No, not many decks in Construct even can possibly beat a Ketra. Ketra is a powerful magic card.
Well, we'll probably be seeing it.
Yep, there it is.
There
Got
it
a Turtle
is.
Ketra with that sweet animation.
So that is double strike, and whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 4/4 black zombie warrior creature token with vigilance. And when it dies or is put into exile, you can put it on the top of your library.
It's third,
Or
from the
third
top.
from the top. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Top of the library would be way too good.
Yeah,
These things are
third-
already kind of too good. Top of the library just be like, oh my god. I respect Clifford battling on in the face of insurmountable odds.
And
Yeah,
there it comes. Yeah. At this point, you're gonna be getting the 4/4 black zombie creature tokens, and yeah, this is a good game. Good game. Okay, I guess
Yeah,
I guess it is best of 1, not best of 3.
Maybe they chose the wrong thing. I thought it was best of 3. I mean, I could be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time I was wrong about anything ever. Nope.
Oh,
Yeah, they just picked
it
the
is
wrong
best
one.
of 3. Yeah. Whoops.
All right, so I imagine what they'll do is they'll re-challenge. Clifford will concede, and then they'll just start game 2. Yeah, that challenge thing, they gotta. I hope in future revisions of the client, they'll clean up the challenge thing, because it's like, I feel like it should be more like in your face, like the options. 'Cause I
Yeah.
feel like it just gets missed so much. Like, it's like at the top, and it's kind of like I'm just like going a little tray. It's just, I always miss it. You know, you want to play games, you're just like hitting that button, you're just ready to go. So
Maybe it's because we're speedrunners. Like, we just gotta go fast. Like,
yeah.
challenge as quickly as possible.
It's funny you mentioned that. There is a speed strat for this game. You draw your card faster. If you take a card from your hand and you pick it up, the animation speeds up.
Oh, really?
Actually a true thing. So you can start your turn faster if you pick a
Oh
card
my
out of your hand.
goodness.
Because the draw card animation like speeds up for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if that's intended. But that is a thing that is true about the client.
I'm gonna have to learn these speed strats.
Yeah, man. Get those animations going quicker. Take your turn. Get more games in.
actually was wondering if there is a like how long you're allowed to wait in this like waiting screen, or if there's ever if it ever runs out.
I think it's 2 minutes. The only reason I know that is because in actual Magic, your cyborg time is 2 minutes, so I would assume it's the same. But that's just me. Yep, Seawolf says 2
Wow,
minutes.
that's a lot of mana. Oh man,
That's a pretty good hand.
At the beginning was just getting hecked by mana.
Yeah, I like this. I like this hand a lot.
Oh man, look at Lanceon's hand.
Yeah, Clifford's hand's gonna match up real well against Lanceon's. He's probably not gonna. He's gonna need to draw like a 2 or 3 drop. Oh wow, perfect draw. Paradise Druid. Yeah. The fact that it has hexproof too, so he knows he's gonna get to use the mana off it. That was like the perfect draw in his deck. Like early action, and it gets him to the cards in his hand that were looking a little bit clunky before. Yeah, so I imagine he'll just be using all his mana and sending in the Fireblade Artist. Lanceon's got options this turn. He can either go for Shalai or Prime Speaker.
Looks like not going to be able to do Shalai because of no white mana, because no Temple Garden.
Oh, does Paradise Druid not do what I think it does? I have to read this card.
Oh, maybe.
No, Paradise Druid taps for a mana of any color. So he had the white off.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Never mind.
I didn't know, because they've printed cards before that are like, this taps for any color you can make with your lands, so I didn't know if it was one of those. I've never actually played with Paradise Druid, so I was like, wait a minute, am I just wrong again? Because I get cards nuancedly wrong constantly. I'm so bad at remembering what cards do. I think Lanceon's going to want to just... no. I would have slammed the Oketra there, because Oketra's just like so good. But Tolsimir is also... Yeah, Tolsimir's pretty nice. Get that Judith off the table. They're going to finish off Oja. Yeah. I'm greedy. I would have just played the Oketra and hoped it didn't die. Because if you untap with it, it's just like, the game's just like so over. You just go nuts. Oh, yep. Yep, Lanceon once again. Being smarter than me. Just
Ooh, that was a good play.
potted into detention. Deputy detention. Another Oketra. When one Oketra isn't enough. Probably just playing Oketra here. Oh, well, he can't. The Paradise Druid's gone, so he doesn't have double white anymore. That's probably what he's thinking about now. So he probably just plays Shalai, I'd imagine.
Yep,
It's kind of funny. His
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's kind of funny. His Prime Speaker's kind of not great here because his curve stops at 5, so he can't pot away Tolsimir, and he doesn't want to pot away the Deputy because it's holding down 2 creatures.
Yep.
So he's like actually kind of like, you know, he's way ahead on board, but it's like he's kind of in an awkward spot. Like he can't Neoform because Vanifar's not good, and he can't cast either of the Oketras because I'm double white. So it's just like, so just cast his 3/4. Like, just like isn't really advancing his game plan at all. I suppose he could pot away the Shalai, but like Shalai is just kind of like really good. Oh, he's going for that. Okay, so yep, making the spark double Poja play again. Yeah, I guess this is fine because he basically accomplishes the same thing. Oh, okay, he's killing the Midnight Reaper. I might have just made the same play. Oh yeah, that was an oops. I guess he didn't expect his Voja to die. But I was gonna say I would have made the play he made last game where he, since he has 2 Tolsimirs, he can kill both the Fireblade Artists.
Yeah.
And then you just basically end up in the same spot you were before. Alright, I think this is an easy block. This is Tolsimirs have hexproof. It's just like, what's the worst that can happen? Yeah, he just gets a trick out of his hand.
Another Vannifar.
Yeah, this is like the most awkward hand. He like can't cast any of his cards. Still winning handily. I guess he could like, I don't even know, like, oh, he could Neoform away. Oh, I know what the play is. You Neoform away Vannifar Ketra, or yeah, for that, and then you can play your other Vannifar. Okay, that's neat. This deck's so cool. I love watching this deck. It's just like the turns are just so crazy when it gets going.
Yeah.
You're just like, all right, play this, turn this into this, and trigger this thing. Then I'll do this, and all your things are dead, and I gain 3 life. It's like...
Yeah, this should be game at this point.
Yeah, I was... You can't... This is a pretty bad matchup for Clifford. It's just... You can't really effectively answer Vannifar. And once you untap with Vannifar, it's just like... You can't really... You know, if you didn't kill it the first turn, you're probably not killing it the next turn, and then it's just...
Yep.
You know, out of control from there.
GG to Lynxion winning round 2. So that's going to be 2-0 for Lynxion, and it's going to be it for the matchup between these two. And we're going to be moving on to Roguelink versus the Seawolf.
The Seawolf.
The Seawolf.
The one and only.
Yep.
Or maybe he's the second because the Seawolf was probably taken, so he's the Seawolf 1. there could be another one out there.
Actually, I think it's I think he is the Seawolf 1.
Oh, like he is the one,
Yeah.
the Seawolf? The Seawolf 1?
The Seawolf 1. And for those of you, again, who are interested in Magic, if you wanted to join in on these matches, you can sign up in the commentary, or you can, sign up in the Discord, in the Magic Discord. If you type in !MTGA, you can get some more information there. As well as I know that we're also looking for more commentators, community commentators as well. So if you're interested in that, also, again, join the Discord and you can sign up in the announcements. There's a cool link. So yeah. There you go. Seawolf versus Roguelink.
So it looks like... So, I don't know if you noticed, but I loved Seawolf's deck names. they all had very funny names, and I loved them all. But it looks like we're playing a deck called Yoink, so I guess we can infer some things about the kind of cards he'll be running. Possibly trying to steal his opponent's permanents. Possibly in mass. Doesn't seem like a bad strategy, depending on what Roguelink's trying to do.
Mass manipulation.
Yep. The most massive of manipulations. Steal all of those creatures and or planeswalkers.
I actually really like seeing that card in play.
What, mass manipulation?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's if you make it to like turn 10, it's pretty hard to beat if your opponent isn't playing blue. You take all their best cards, and that's about it. Now you had them, and they don't, and that's hard to beat.
Alright, looks like we're going to be getting the challenge soon. I see that Seawolf is already challenged, so we should see Roguelink challenging very shortly as well.
Whoa, it's Rakdos.
Oh boy. That's a lot of mana.
He's gonna Growth Spiral though, so
Yep,
he's gonna
gonna
be
be
on
a
the
little-
ramp.
Yep. Oh,
Ooh,
Nissa.
that's gonna go. It's gonna go well with ramping. Though it looks like Rogue Line's probably playing a deck that I would guess is a bad matchup. It's fast black red. Oh yikes! That Dreadhorde Butcher is gonna do a lot of damage before Wolf can get something online. I mean, he's gonna have a Nissa next turn, but he's got the Bedevil for the land that he's gonna animate. So, oh wow, yeah.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, this game might be over before it started. Yeah, he's taking.
Oh man.
The Butcher becomes a 5. Yeah, this is gonna be just over, I think. He's gonna play that, make a land, 3/3.
Seek shelter in my
Then
stewardship.
Roguelink can Bedevil it, and then attack for
Rise, my elemental
what, 7?
friend.
And then he can't kill the Dreadhorde Butcher because when Dreadhorde Butcher dies, it deals damage equal to its power to its opponent, your opponent. So it's like it's gonna be a tough one to get out of.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't.
This match is so quick.
Yeah, I don't see how he's getting out of this one. Yeah, I think he's actually just okay. So you can make a 3/3.
Be wary of the
And that
ground you
can
walk on.
chump the Butcher, and he can make. Oh, he's just making a big Crassus. Yeah, if he makes a big Crassus, he just can't win. I don't think.
There's
he can't
mass
block.
manipulation.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's the perfect draw. Yeah. So he's just gonna sack his Butcher, and that's it. I was gonna say he can't really make a Crassus there because he can't block with it. Because Roguelink would just attack with the Butcher, and then if he takes 6, he dies. But if he blocks, the Butcher dies, and then he just takes 6 anyway. So that was like he needed the 3/3 to chump block with to get another turn because he can't kill the Butcher, but he needs to be able to block. But we got sideboards, so let's see. I imagine the Diviners will be coming in. Those seem great. Probably the Thrashing Brontodons because they're just a 3/4. You just block well. Might even consider Carnage Tyrant, maybe. All right. Yeah, just board in some blockers. Decks like Seawolves. If you make it to the late game against those fast decks, you're probably in really good shape. But the trick is not dying on turn 4, like we just saw.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
This hand's pretty good. We got ooh yeah, that's is C.
Okay, yeah, that's
play. Yeah, so we're gonna be able to get a Thrashing Brontodon down, and to block, we're gonna have Gross Battle the ramp. And we got Chemistry's Insight to find more cards. So I think we got a pretty good shot this game. Oh,
Yep.
we even can play the Layla Royal this turn, so that's even better. We even got an early blocker if that's what we want to go with.
Well, we'll get the thrashing out next turn.
Yeah, Thrashing Brontodon's gonna be very, very good. Oh, that's an easy block. Yeah. Get that thing off the table before it gets out of control.
Yep.
Ooh, Lazotep plating. That's a techie card. Very good against Plaguecrafter. Make a surprise army to sacrifice. Unfortunately, it's not going to come out in time here. Plaguecrafter's going to take care of that Brontodon. Alright, really need a land here.
Oh, there we go.
Got it. Yep, that was super important.
Oh, another butcher.
This is gonna be nice. He can, after attacks, he can Lazotep plate and make an army. And oh, no, he didn't do it. So when you can cast Lazotep plating and just make the 1/1, so you could trade with the butcher. But Lazotep plating is actually super interesting in this matchup because not only does it gives all your creatures hexproof, but also you hexproof. So not only does it counter any direct damage to your creatures, but if Roguelink casts one of the Angrass Rampages that's in his hand, you can cast Lazotep plating to give yourself hexproof so that you can't be the target of Rampage anymore, so you don't have to like sacrifice a creature or a planeswalker.
Yeah.
But the way it looks now, it looks like Seawolf might be getting tempoed out here. Oh, that was a good draw. So we at least can cast 2 things this turn. So we know we're going to be able to block. The only problem with blockers without power is they don't actually deter your opponent from just attacking you. There's like he can just play Judas and attack, or cast Rampage and attack, and Seawolf can chump, but he's really only gaining life at this point, and he's not gaining traction. Basically, I think the key to this matchup is just not letting Dreadhorde Butcher get out of control, because you can't really beat that card out of green-blue effectively. Oh yeah.
Oh goodness.
That Bedevil is gonna seal the deal.
Yep.
I was getting fancy. Yep, so this is Plasma Plating coming into play. Can't be targeted. Very, very nice timing. Well, unfortunately for Seawolf, Roguelink's still going to be able to attack with impunity.
I think he has to target himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But it's not really dying. I'm not really sure why the Plague Crafter died. Because I'm pretty sure he could have just targeted himself.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was to sacrifice, or I don't remember what the card was.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it was because oh wow, the hits just keep coming. Yeah, he just threw God of Bantu. Yeah, that's a good one. Though, worth noting, this is important. He's not dying this turn, so he's gonna get the Entrancing Melody Bantu. So yeah, that's coming over to our side. So he might actually be turning this one around. This is what I was talking about earlier. Like if you can live to cast your control magics, yeah, you can kind of take the game over. Yep, steal another one of those mummies. Bantu has Menace, if I remember correctly, so he's gonna be able to get in with Bantu.
Turning this game around.
Yeah, that turned around real quick. I thought he was just a goner, but that Lazazet plating coming in clutch. Oh yeah, this one's probably just, well, I mean, I don't know how much direct damage Roguelink has in his deck. He could still, just draw some like lightning strikes or something.
Yep.
The thing that Seawolf really needs is to either kill Roguelink or gain some life. So if he draws like a Hydroid Krampus or something, I would say that this game's probably out of reach of Roguelink. But while Seawolf's still at 4, I mean, I'm sure he has cards in his deck that deal 4 damage, or, some portion of 4 damage. Though, his Mass Manipulation is going to steal both his creatures, so he's going to need to draw something good next turn. Let's see, he's going to attack for 4, 5, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so Roguelink's dead on board. He doesn't draw anything this turn. Alright, that Butcher's not going to do it. But he's not dead anymore. Oh wait, no, yeah, he is, because he can make his Incubation Druid, or he can destroy another control magic.
Wow.
I was gonna say he can make his Incubation Druid a 3/5 and attack with everything, but this also works.
Gotta attack with the 0/2 just for good measure.
I mean, you gotta send a message sometimes. You gotta say, this 0/2 is not afraid of you. He may not have power, but he is ready to get frisky.
Got our sideboarding here. Looks like a couple swaps, I believe, on Rogue Link's side.
And that was a good game. That was close. Thought it was over, but he turned it around with that Lazotep plating. Ooh, this is a good hand. This is basically everything he wants. Like a little bit of mana ramp, a little run it on as a stopgap to stop him getting run over, and then just some heavy hitters to try and close the game out.
I see a lot of rampages on the other side of the field there. 3 of them in one hand.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. The only problem is he's got to kind of choose between rampaging or applying pressure. He can't just kill all his creatures because then he just only has a 1/1 in play. So, but and that's like one of the other like sneaky added benefits of mana creatures is they're really good against edicts because you just sack your 1/1, you keep your 3/4.
It's a good bit of damage there.
Oh, Seawolf really needed to land that turn. But once again, Lazotep plating can be looking pretty good here. Yep, counter that. Yep, got the land just when he needed it. Yep, I like casting Crisis here. Just get another blocker. You just need to live till Nissa or your Entrancing Melodies come online, which it looks like he's probably going to. Start stealing some of those creatures, making some 3/3s. Yep, get that army out of here. Man, Lazotep plating is really good against Angrass Rampage. you counter the first one, and then you had the 1/1 for the second one. Everyone's falling behind.
Another Mayhem Devil.
I think if I was Seawolf, I probably would have traded there,
we will
just
prevail.
because,
Rise, my
just like the way that the
elemental
game's
friend.
going, like, he's never going to, like, out-card you. Like, he's, like, mana screwed. So, you kind of just want to, like, you have so many resources that it's just, like, if you trade, you're just going to win. Like, he can't fight an attrition war with you. But, you know, he's still mana screwed, so it's probably just not going to end up mattering that much. Yeah, I think Seawolf's just dead here. Because he can make another 3/3. Attach to the 2 3/3s. Yeah, he's 2, he's just dead. You can't block enough creatures. Yeah, you just put the 1/4 in front of a creature, and that's gonna do it. Yeah, Ugin for good measure. Yep, just rub it in. Just show who's boss.
When you understand reality, you
Be
understand
wary of the ground you walk on.
yourself.
And GG for Seawolf.
Yeah, that was a good match. That was exciting.
Yeah, the second game was really intense.
Yeah, that was a really good game. Like, I really thought he was dead, and then he's just like, you know, Lazotep plating to just barely stay alive. He just, like, nickel and dimed him just a little bit, and just, like, slowly got back into it, and then Rogue Link couldn't come back. That was, like, you know, he was up 4 for a long time. Like, that was very close.
All right. So that's going to be it for Seawolf versus Roguelink. We're going to be moving on to, I believe the next one is NY Rambler versus Uncle Drake. Oh, actually, never mind. Clifford versus Uncle Drake, because Rambler is not here yet. So,
Because those matches went too fast. We're too efficient.
too speed. Yeah, we're too fast.
Too fast. Just getting those games done. We don't got time. We got to play more Magic.
Yep. More games.
Just keep them coming. Looks like, I don't know if Clifford is signifying he's gonna play Thud again, or if he's just like
Clifford loves that deck. Clifford let me just tell you, Clifford, if he has an opportunity to play that deck, he will play that deck. He loves it a lot.
just 4-color Thud. It's not actually 4 colors, it's the split cards, but it's just funny seeing the deck box where it's just like, here's all my colors and Thud. Oh, mixing it up. Wait, what?
no,
What?
no,
What?
no, the challenge.
Juke,
We got
juking us a little bit.
Yeah, got you baited.
I wonder what's going up against Thud. Can anything possibly stand up to the ferocity of Thud?
Life game, maybe.
Yeah, maybe some wolves. Several wolves. Lazatep plating.
Lazatep
Yep.
plating.
Yep.
Yeah.
The card of the night so far. Oh, it looks like we're getting ready.
Alright, here we go. I do like this, the fact that you get to choose whether you want to draw first or play first in the challenges. That's pretty awesome to me.
Yeah, that was a much needed addition. Back when you couldn't do that, it was pretty awkward. Alright, looks like Uncle Drake's is playing Drake's. Which, I don't know if that was intentional or...
These are two pretty fast decks as well.
Yeah, this is going to be a fast start for Clifford, which is what he wants. You really don't want the Drake's deck to get set up. It draws a lot of cards, so you really want to get them fast. But it looks like Uncle Drake's deck is, or his draw is, gonna line up pretty favorably against Clifford's now that you drew that Lava Coil. He's gonna get the Lava Coil that, you know.
So many Judith.
Yeah, he's kind of Judith flooded here. Judith is definitely a card you want to cast early, but you don't really want to draw 3 of them early. Kind of want to spread out those Judiths throughout the game. Right, got his land, so we're gonna play the first Judith out of his hand.
Convenient thing, I don't think Judith is legendary.
She is. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so never mind. Then, well, I guess, yeah.
She is the Scourge Diva. But you can usually tell what the legends are because they have, like, it's like their name, comma, and then, like, who they
Yeah.
are.
Wow, 2 revival.
Yeah, this draw is
Oh,
not
man.
really... Yeah, not really shaping up the way Clifford wants it, especially considering his first guy got exiled by the Lava Coil. But, you know, he'll suffer for a Fireblade artist.
Saving the red mana maybe for a Thud?
Yep. I think what Clifford's hoping for here is that Uncle Drake will block, so the Fireblade Artist will trigger Judas so he can finish it off, but it looks like he's just gonna thud it away anyway. You know, give him the opportunity to block before he has to use the thud, but, you know, same result in the end. A dead Drake.
And Uncle Drake doesn't have any more in his hand at the moment.
Yep. Could probably find some more with all the card draw in his hand.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I think Clifford's just like praying that Uncle Drake kills his Judas so that he can cast the second one. But unfortunately, he's just going to cast an Augur Bullish. Oof, the Finale of Promise. That's going to be a good one.
That Finale of Promise allows you to cast a card from your graveyard, correct?
Yeah, it's actually let me look up exactly what it does. Like I know that's like basically what it does, but I know all the finales do like something and then something crazy later.
You may cast up to one target instant card and or up to one target sorcery card from your graveyard, each with converted mana cost X or less without paying their mana cost. If a card is cast this way, would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. If X is 10 or more, copy each of those spells twice, and you may choose new targets for each copies.
Nice. We're probably not going to see the X equals 10, but getting to rebuy an instant and sorcery out of your graveyard is basically exactly what Drake's wants to be doing. Do you cast them, or do you just copy them?
No, you're casting this.
You cast them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So that's even better. So you can trigger like if you have any things that care about you casting spells, you can trigger it off that.
The only thing is that it would be exiled instead, which means that for Drakes it wouldn't count towards like their attack power, because I think they need to be in the graveyard.
So for Enigma Drake it does, but for Crackling Drake it counts graveyard and exile. That's
yeah.
the difference. Yeah, so it actually, like, if you have a Crackling Drake in play, it's just even better. Enigma Drake, you know, it's kind of awkward, but, you know, some of these lists don't even play Enigma Drake. They just play, like, Phoenixes, so, you know, that's what I was on the tip of my tongue is, Finale of Promise just triggers Phoenix just on its own, because you cast the Finale and you cast the two spells, so it's just, like, one card trigger your Phoenixes, which is pretty nice.
Getting to cast that second Judith.
Uncle Drake's drawing the removal to keep up with Clifford, but he really needs a Drake to actually like get some traction in finishing the game.
Yep.
So Augur Bolas will do a good job blocking, presuming it doesn't die.
It's an awful lot of yeah. It's an awful lot of burn damage in Uncle Drake's hand at the moment.
Yeah, Drake's historically has a pretty good, like, small aggro matchup. Just because, yeah, it just generates a lot of value and just has a lot of cheap removal. So it's typically pretty efficient at keeping up in the early game. And then once you hit the late game, your deck's just full of, like, Charter Courses and, you know, Tormenting Voices. So you can just keep churning through your deck to find more spells. It's pretty easy to run aggro decks out of gas. You just like find just trading all day. Oh yeah, this is exactly where you want to be with Drakes. You got a flyer in play, you got effectively 4 removal spells, because he's got the Beacon Bolt in his graveyard still. So it's just like, kill everything they play, attack them. Oh wow,
Yep.
the abnormal endurance doesn't even actually do anything here because the lava coil exiles, and abnormal endurance only triggers on dies. So it's just
Yeah.
he's just got Clifford covered on every ankle.
Play the land tapped. Again, still has some more removal spells if anything else comes into play.
This is gonna be ugly for Clifford. He doesn't have abnormal endurance up anymore, so Uncle Drake's gonna have free reign to just kill his creatures. You probably just attack here. You don't really care about the Footlight Fiend. Augur Bolus checks that pretty effectively. Oh, fine finality. That's a way he could get back into this game. Get some of his creatures back.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of card advantage. Keep up with all the burn out of Uncle Drake's deck. This is gonna likely end poorly for Clifford. Yep, just respond to abnormal endurance with a lightning strike. Counter the abnormal endurance. Yeah, a clever trap set by Uncle Drake, enticing him to try and kill the Augur of Bolus.
So we gotta opt. Draw another card. Ooh, another Arclight Phoenix.
Yep, probably just cast it, get in for 7. Clifford's at 1. And be conservative. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. The difference between 1 and 2 is not really relevant out of Uncle Drake's deck. You know, protect yourself from some crazy haste combination of like some haste creature and thud or something.
Yeah.
Yep, and with no cards in hand, Uncle Drake knows he's clear for takeoff with the Phoenixes.
Yep. And GG to Uncle Drake taking the win.
Let's see, what's going to come in? I would say definitely the 4th Collision Colossus is basically exactly what you want against Drakes. Probably want Lava Coils. Lava Coils kill everything in Uncle Drake's deck. Also, you know, exiles the Phoenixes so they don't come back.
Yep.
That's definitely what you don't want. I would probably board in the Midnight Reapers just because it makes it more difficult for Uncle Drake to get ahead 1-for-1ing you with his removal. Just kind of just makes his plan of shock all the things a little bit worse if you have a Midnight Reaper in play.
Well, Midnight Reaper, yeah. Never mind. Got the
But,
damage that it deals on death, I believe.
Yep. The creatures have to die, but you know you get your cards, so you can get your card backs. Basically, it keeps you from falling behind because that's really how they play your creatures, and they draw 5 more cards than you, and then it's like, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they have 4 cards in their hand when you lose and you have 0, and you're like, what happened?
That's a lot of mana.
That's
also a lot of mana.
That's not what you want. You want to.
Oh man.
All right, I mean, this is the best hand he's gotten. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what you want. 1-drop, 2-drop removal spell. Basically...
It hurts drawing to 5 cards.
Yeah, more than 5 on the play and a matchup that focuses on attrition is not really what you want to do, but as far as 5-card hands in the play go, 1-drop, 2-drop, 3 lands is not bad. We'll see if he can put it together, but Uncle Drake's draw is pretty ideal in the matchup.
Against another Fireblade.
I mean, that's what you want. You want to just
Yep.
put the pressure on, because you're not going to win a game where you don't pressure him early. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Fortunately, Uncle Drake's got the removal. He's got the Phoenix. He's got the Augur of Bolas. It's like all the cards Clifford doesn't want to see.
Got a blocker in now, at least.
Ooh, that's not good.
Boy.
That's not what you want to see. You don't want your opponent to cast a 1/3 and then reveal Pyroclasm. It's like, oh no, my things are all dead.
Yeah, and only the Lava Coil. And unfortunately, doesn't know that the Arclight Phoenix is sitting in the hand, trying to be a little bit aggressive here.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to. Like,
Yeah.
he's got no cards in hand. He's about to lose all his creatures, presumably. It's just like he's got to deal the damage when he can. You
Yep.
know, it's not a great spot to be in, but I mean, it's definitely how you're gonna want to play it.
And getting mana flooded.
Yeah, it's hard to win when you mull the 5, especially against a deck that draws as many cards as Drake's. You can't really. It's hard to keep up.
Yep. And there's a Cackling Drake. Not going to be able to cast it this turn, but definitely next turn.
Yep.
And with Clifford not really having anything in his hand or anything on the field, it's going to be...
Yeah, this game's
Nice.
gonna be tough for Clifford to win. He's basically got a. Flood's not what you want to see.
Nope.
You basically need to draw like a Lava Coil because you're gonna need to kill the Drake, and then just nothing but creatures, and hope he doesn't draw like another Drake ever. It's basically. Okay, that's one way he can get out of this. Oh, okay. I was gonna say if he holds on to the finality and Uncle Drake just, overextends into finality because he just is like, oh, he's got like 2 cards in hand, he mulled the 5, I'm so far ahead, I'm just gonna like play out my creatures and just try and kill them quickly. That's like one way he get back into the game is hitting him with a surprise finality that he's not playing around and like 3-for-1 him. But
Yeah, 2 lightnings. Unfortunately gonna...
it's gonna clean up the board.
Yep. As well as increase the Cackling Drake's attack to 5/4.
Yep, gonna play a radical idea, put it up to a 6, that triggers Phoenix. Oh wow, yeah, so he's gonna be at 8, so he's gotta draw not that.
Nope.
So that's gonna be it.
Just really got really messed up at the beginning from the mulliganing to 5 and then just getting mana flooded.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing you can do about that. I mean, mull the 5 sometimes. It's just,
Yep.
That's magic. It sucks when it happens, but, for every time it happens to you, your opponent will mull the 5 sometimes, and you're like, yeah.
And Uncle Drake is the winner. 2-0 victory for Uncle Drake. So GG to those
Very
two.
nice.
So next we're gonna have NY Rambler versus Seawolf.
the Seawolf 1.
The Seawolf
Or,
1.
or is it a different Seawolf?
Nope, same,
Is that-
same,
is-
same. The Seawolf 1.
this isn't like the other Seawolf we were talking about earlier?
No, definitely not the other Seawolf.
And this is the only NY Rambler, right? There's not like another NY Rambler from like another part of New York. It's like his evil twin that like lives in Manhattan and not Brooklyn. They like see each other on the subway and glare at each other.
The NY Rambler 2. Alright, looks like we got Rambler up on our main feed here. Seawolf on the sub feed. So is this gonna be another Drake deck?
Yep, it's one of the 3 Drake decks he appears to have built. He's got, is it Phoenix? Is it Drake's? Is it Phoenix 3? I wonder what the difference is between all of them. Because clearly, yes, 3 of them. So clearly there's something different about all of them.
Well, one of them has Swamp. So there's probably a combo in there with like a combo card, maybe?
Maybe,
Red black?
Could just all be Discovery Dispersal, which would make it black, even though it might not actually be black. That's the funny thing about how the client decides how many colors are in your deck. Is like split cards kind of screws it up, because you'll have a split card and it'll just be like, oh, this color, and so well, I'm not actually trying to cast the other half. I just want the cheap half. Lanxion in chat saying it's no yoink, but you know it's fine. they can't all be as good as yoink. We'll settle for a little bit of Visit Phoenix.
But is it really Phoenix? Oh.
Look, man, I don't know. I don't even know if this is the real NY Rambler. Like, could be anything.
All right, here we go. Well, Rambler's feed is typically normally behind, so we
Oh, okay, so
we're apparently gonna get the pre-feed on Seawolf's side.
Seawolf showing up with a Yun strategy.
All right. Well, we know what's gonna be played first and second. No.
Yeah.
We got the Growth Keeper.
Can we get another land so we can cast one of these 3 drops? Can we get Rambler's feed to catch up so we can see what's happening?
Rambler, please.
I can only assume by the shaking of the screen up above that Seawolf is beating up on Rambler.
Oh goodness. Rambler's feed on his screen just started. So it'll be a second before we get to see it.
Oh dear. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it looks like maybe we're starting over? Because the feed on the top, like, ended.
What if
Must-
Seawolf was
must be
facing
conceded.
somebody else?
Oh,
No, it
I
can't be
think-
because he's sideboarding stuff
Oh.
in. Oh god, that must have been a really quick match.
Yeah, I'm assuming Rambler didn't draw lands, and Seawolf just, like, brought the pain, which is what looked like was probably happening. I saw that screen shaking. You can tell. Oh yeah, he kept the mulligans.
Oh,
Kept-
kept it.
I'm assuming he
Oh.
just didn't draw red mana, probably. That's what I'm assuming probably happened with my clairvoyance.
Maybe we should have Seawolf on the main feed. I don't think we
Yes,
can change
that-
it now though because
Yeah.
it's so far in.
Well, on the top, we just get to see into the future. We get to just commentate 2 games at once. So Rambler, who I think probably won't draw red mana, but I'm just guessing, you know,
Yep.
taking 5 damage here. We're gonna opt. Will we find red mana? Will he find red mana? No, he won't.
Nope.
Shocking.
Wow, it's almost like you're psychic here. I don't know, understand how you're figuring out whether he will draw red mana or not.
Look, man, I've seen a lot of games of Magic. I just feel for things.
So GG for Seawolf winning the first one.
Yep.
Rambler unfortunately not being able to draw that mountain that he's looking for, red mana. Or steam vents, or I can't remember what the other red blue is.
Sulfur Vents.
That's it,
Wait,
sulfur vents.
Sulfur Falls. Sorry, Sulfur Vents is the.
Oh yes,
other
yes,
card.
yes.
Or I was actually Steam Vents. I mixed them up. Sulfur Falls. I'm really
Steam
bad at card
vents,
names.
sulfur balls. Yeah. All right, here we go. We got some multi mana here. We're
All right,
good.
we're set up. We got all our colors. Great. Land go. See what Wolf's got going.
Freebooter.
Okay, so
Why?
freebooter. Yep. Probably gonna take that lava coil, I would imagine. So that beacon bolt's likely just gonna take care of it.
Gonna put the. Yeah, it's kind of a tough choice at that point.
Yeah.
Still need a little bit.
Hook shot.
Look,
Perfect
that's
draw.
actually that was perfect. Gonna be able to get that card back.
Entrancing Melody showing up again. It's gonna need a little bit more mana to make that effective, but you know, we'll see if he gets there. Ooh, if he draws a land, Stellar Growth Chamber Guardian is real nice.
Can you adapt it? You don't.
You can adapt it. You need the green mana,
Yeah.
but you can adapt it, like theoretically. Like you're playing like a Simic deck, like like Yoink for instance, fan favorite Yoink.
Here we go. We got Domri.
The Anarch of Bolas. See what's Rambler up to here.
Gonna be trying to put Arc-like Phoenix in the graveyard.
Yep. I think he's gonna come up short on spells though. He had the land. I think if I was him, I probably would have just like hard cast the Arclight Phoenix, attacked Domri, and shocked it just to get the Domri off the table. But I guess next turn. Can you trigger it next turn? So he's got two. He needs to draw a land. If he draws a land, he can trigger the Phoenix this turn.
We won't answer the other guilds.
So, question in chat: what are the deck colors?
Ooh, didn't miss it. He really wants to land now.
We got Rambler, who's playing red blue. Is it Phoenixes?
Yep.
And Seawolf, who's playing red, green, and black.
Yep. Seems to be a aggressive Jund strategy.
Ooh, that smarts us.
All right, Seawolf getting in. See if Rambler can draw that
With animals my
ever
whole
important
life. Explains a lot, actually.
6th land.
Ooh.
Foreshadowing. He draws a
Yeah.
land with Nimizit, and Seawolf dies. Spoiler alert. The feed on the top is a little bit ahead of the main feed.
Lava coil going to spawn mayhem. Are we gonna? Oh, interesting. Discarding, yeah, the Drake.
I probably would have just cast the Drake. Just make him answer it. You draw a card too, it's just like...
Can't finish the job.
I guess he's just getting back to Phoenix. And I mean, he has a Niv Mizzet, so like, Jund like, can't ever beat a Niv Mizzet in a million years. Because they're just like... It's just play it, and they even if they kill it, you draw some cards. It's just like... Niv Mizzet's so good.
Niv Mizzet is extremely powerful.
Oh my
goodness.
god, he drew Finale! It's so good! Oh, and you cast the card so it triggers Niv Mizzet? Oh my god!
Yeah, and there was the concede at that point. Yikes. Niv Mizzet is a little powerful. And I
Yeah,
see
if
that oops, sorry.
Now, I was gonna say, if you get the Niv Mizzet, it's like not many decks can beat it.
See, Rogue Links was assisted in making Seawolf's deck. Nice.
Very cool. Community focused.
We got a super cool community Discord. If you type in !MTGA, you can join that Discord. If you want to get in on some of these matches, then make sure to ask for the community rank in there and sign up for some cool matchups. As well as potentially to become a commentator. But lots of people helping in there to brew some decks. It's a great place.
The Raptor Hatchling, a very nice counter to an opponent who's hoping to deal direct damage to get rid of your creatures.
Yep.
Can't really block it, can't really burn it, unless you want to deal with 3/3.
Gonna discard Arclight Phoenix. Nice choice.
Rambler probably going to go off next turn. Get a Phoenix in play. Ooh, the Macabre Mockery! Wow. Yep, steal that Phoenix. Does it get exiled? I don't know if I forget if it gets exiled or if they actually get it back. Wow, that was so much damage. Okay, he gets it back in his graveyard, but he dealt a ton of damage that turn. That's like exactly what you want against Phoenix. You just gotta kill him fast.
Yep. The no life gain and not really. I don't think there's any counters besides like just stealing people's cards.
Yeah, no, they don't typically run counters. I mean, I think they probably have some on the sideboard for like against control, but yeah, it's very rare that they main deck counters. Yeah, Rambler's on blocking duty, but it's going to work out poorly for him because he doesn't really want to block either of those creatures. Ambrath growing on a rampage, taking out one of the creatures. Seawolf sending in the clowns, making his blocks awkward. Yep, he can block Judith, but he's going to take the 2 and then take the 1 off Judith. And here comes a Gutter Bones. So Rambler's got to do something pretty good this turn. We'll see if he can pull it out. I mean, it looks like he's got the cards to stabilize. I think he can Entrancing Melody, the Gutter Bones, and Lava Coil the Raptor Hatchling, but that would make it 3/3. So maybe the play is just okay. It's Lava Coil and the Gyro Bones. So I was gonna say the play might have been to Entrancing Melody the Raptor Hatchling, but then you can't block with it because it's tapped. So that's such a really hard turn. Yeah. So.
Hello,
Yep.
Judith.
Oh, Judith is
Fancy seeing you here again.
Yeah, I know. So Rambler might be able to stabilize. He can Lava Coil the Judith. Oh, nope, he's going for Finale. So where are we finaleing back?
Opt and Lava Coil.
Okay.
We're gonna Lava Coil again. The Judith. It's gonna exile it.
Mm-hmm.
Radical
I think he
Idea
had-
going to the bottom.
I think he had enough mana. He hasn't played a land yet this turn, right? Or has he?
I believe that he has not.
Okay, so he could have Entrancing Melody the Raptor Hatchling and Lava Coil the Judith. Then Seawolf would have nothing, and he'd have a Raptor Hatchling. But right now, as it stands, he kills the Judith and has a Phoenix in play, so he can block the Hatchling. But then he still ends up with, I guess it's a pretty free block, because he gets the Hatchling, and he ends up with a 3/3, but he gets rid of the Hatchling at least, so... Oh, I see what he's doing. So he's going to give him the 3/3, and he's going to steal that with the Entrancing Melody. That's good.
There we go. Now it's starting to stabilize.
Yep.
Got some more Drakes, so ooh, a 10.
Yeah, it's... Once Drake's turns the corner, the game ends very fast. Like, you spend the entire game casting spells to not die, and suddenly your Drake's a 10-4.
Yep. Gonna see Dread Horde Butcher, but that's not really going to be anything at the moment.
Yep. Think of that as Rambler, just let him attack. Like, what's he gonna do? Shoots block.
Put him down to 1.
Yep.
And,
Wow, it's-
yep. And
Drake's
there
as
it is.
usual, winning by the slimmest of margins. Just pulling it out in the end with a 11-4 Drake.
And that's a GG for Rambler.
Those were some good games. We have a lot of good games tonight, actually.
Yeah. I thought they were pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, the only one that was kind of a bummer was the one where Clifford got mana screwed. But other than that, it's been pretty good.
Speaking of Clifford. Hello.
Hello.
Greetings.
How are y'all?
I'm doing great. Doing great. Watching some great Magic.
It's been a fun night so far. Been thoroughly enjoyed just losing.
Yeah, you had a rough night.
You just it's just the cards have not been in your favor tonight.
Man, that mulligan to 5 looked really good, and then it wasn't.
I was saying, like, the way his opening hand was, it was like you were just dead because his opening hand was like great. But like, as far as modal 5s go, I mean, that's pretty ideal. Like, it's like 3 lands, 1 drop, 2 drop, and then you drew Lava Coil. It's like, all right, well, see what happens. I might just never draw land ever again, but you know.
Yeah, such is life. Such is life.
That's Magic. But yeah, overall the games have been pretty interesting tonight. Lots of fun decks. Lots of I see people are really big fans of Dreadhorde Butcher. It looks like.
Dreadhorde Butcher, people like Slith Firewalker as it were, and especially when the Slith Firewalker can deal all the damage.
Yeah, they somehow made it better. The card I didn't get along with 15 years ago, but now it's back and somehow more powerful.
I mean, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Anyway, it looks like Rogalink and I will be stepping in and letting you guys enjoy the rest of your evenings from the sidelines, watching and throwing popcorn at these plays. So,
I love popcorn.
so
I
thanks
love
for
throwing
hanging out.
popcorn.
Thanks for talking about me while I was playing. I'm keen to watch it back later.
Yo, anytime.
Yeah, I know. I'm real curious to see the commentary specifically on that Bedevil play. The greedy Bedevil play.
Yeah!
You're not
If I
being
knew
greedy.
Bontu was
Right.
2 from the top, I wouldn't have done it. Say la vie. But it looks like we're getting right into the next game.
It appears we are.
All right, well, I'll turn this over to you guys. Have a good night.
All right, y'all too.
Thanks for the commentary. Have a good one. Yeah, that's a mull.
For those
Decent.
of you who didn't get to hear, Rogalink is here with me. It's Clifford and Rogalink stepping in for Saku and Z.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Looking forward to some more Magic. Been some real fun games today. Looks like Rambler had a decent 6 with a real good top for the Scry of Thief of Sanity.
Yes, indeed. Nothing like a good mulligan. Imagine. Thought Erasure on 2 is always welcome.
Yeah,
You see a
Seawolf.
handful of stuff. It's actually Uncle Drake on against Rambler. We need to get that swap.
Definitely a mono blue deck is what Rambler's going up against right now. Should be pretty aggressive. That Thief is going to come down soon. But it's going to be some pretty crazy and pretty fast magic from the mono blue.
And with a little bit of a blink, we're back.
Rambler going to start digging. Wonder what they're looking for here. Some removal, perhaps.
You know, removal would be good. I don't know if Cry of the Carnarium is in the main deck of this, but that would be something you're looking for.
Yeah, Cry of the Carnarium, pretty good against the mono blue deck.
Oh, and a double block.
I think I'd probably go for that block as well, honestly. Thief of Sanity can really run away with games, especially with that dive down in hand.
It really can.
Ooh, but it looks like with a bit of back and forth, that Thief is going to survive.
And Rambler knew the dive down was in Uncle Drake's hand because of the previous thoughterate.
Ah, right. There were 2 dive downs in hand with that Thought Erasure, weren't there?
There were.
Uncle
And,
Drake continuing to crack in.
that curious obsession, just doing work, drawing cards.
Yeah, Curious Obsession on an unblockable. Pretty good pair, honestly. And that Jin is gonna do some work, or it could just, go back to Uncle Drake's hand.
You know, sometimes that's how it goes. So now Uncle Drake, with the decision on whether or not to use that Merfolk Trickster, decided not to. Gives Rambler the Siren Storm Tamer off the top.
Yeah, the Jin wouldn't be terrible here, with some of the mana also being counted for islands, and Rambler is playing blue, but it's not going to be nearly as good as the mono blue deck. So I think Stormcaller is definitely the right choice.
Ooh, the Deputy of Detention.
Yeah, Detention probably going to snag the unblockable. At least that's probably what I'd do here. Getting rid of the counter spell.
And now the Deputy will come down.
Oh, going for the Pteramander instead. Which, to be fair, Uncle Drake does have a decent amount of cards in the graveyard. It's probably fairly cheap to adapt that Pteramander. Already done most of the hard work getting through that card advantage of the unblockable.
Now Uncle Drake with the decision to counter or not on his own card.
You know, I totally forgot that Merfolk Trickster also got rid of flying.
Yeah, it loses all of the abilities.
Yeah, I never think of, the evergreen mechanics as abilities.
Oh, but they are.
We've got a Teferi.
We need to move quickly.
Let's see if Rambler can get the lock in. That 6/4 Jin though, gonna be doing work.
Yeah, that's nothing to sneeze at. And that Pteramander going to be able to adapt for, most of that mana. We'll take all of it. And Teferi is getting attacked.
Gotta get rid of that walker. And Tyrant's Scorn converted mana cost 3 or less, not power 3 or less.
Oh.
So the Jin being a pretty good target there.
Tyrant Scorn cares not for your power. Only your casting cost.
But another Jin in hand.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
I think Uncle Drake is definitely in control here. But Rambler's got a lot of Teferis on the board.
I can no longer stand by and watch. I've got it.
Ooh, a nice Mortify. Almost forgot this was Esper with all the blue-white cards in play.
Yeah, almost. Almost thinking it's just straight blue-white control.
I want to ferry down.
For round 2.
The other one getting dangerously close to that -8.
Definitely don't want to see a Teferi get to -8.
You need to take a time.
That Teferi doesn't want to see that Tempest Jin anywhere near anything.
I know.
Oh
I'm
man,
responsible.
double Teferi this turn.
Let's skip to the good part.
Oh, and gaining more life and drawing a card. I really like that 4 mana 2/3 gain some life, draw a card. It's really great.
Yeah, it's a flyer too, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. It also flies.
That didn't pan out.
Yeah, it certainly does a lot. It seems like 4 mana is a bit much for a 2/3, but it does have a lot of words on that card.
Hurry!
And here we go. The elite guard mage is coming down.
And it gets eaten by an essence capture.
Yeah, Uncle Drake's been holding on to that essence capture for a while now. Mortify probably going to get rid of that card draw. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
There we go. Gonna save that Teferi and get rid of that bit of card advantage.
Oh, instead we're seeing a Wizard's Retort coming out.
Only time will tell.
It looks like Uncle Drake has full control of this game.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that came right back into Uncle Drake's hands. And Rambler conceding. Wow, what a quick turnaround. Yeah, Hero Precinct 1 coming out. Discovery Dispersal coming out. Going for more of a control-y build, it seems.
Definitely appears that way. You want to take your control deck and make it more control-y to take control of the game. Right? That's what it's all about.
You know, looking at the sideboard, though, now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen a single person cast Elder Spell in Standard yet. Which kind of surprises me. It seems like a really strong removal spell.
I don't know that I've seen it either.
Like, I've seen it in Limited, for sure, but I was expecting it to be a Standard staple.
Give it time. Let all the planeswalkers catch up.
Alright, let's see how the first 7's gonna go. Decent start, but no blue. Oh, but good enough for Rambler, it seems. Probably gonna go for that turn 1 duress.
I would think so. Oh, no.
Maybe not.
Coming into play tap. We'll go for that turn 2 duress.
Chart a course? Yeah. Get rid of that card advantage.
Rambler
Now,
saving
hopefully-
the life against the mono blue deck.
Yeah, hopefully Rambler can get some blue mana here soon. And there we go.
There it is. Now we can start doing things.
Yeah, Deputy probably going to get rid of one of these two. Scorn's going to get rid of the other, I imagine.
Would make sense to me.
Is that a Psychic Corrosion?
It appears that yes, that is a psychic corrosion.
Did Uncle Drake sideboard into Mill? Because if so, bravo.
I mean, yeah, why not? Everything you cast is going to be blue. Combat the control deck by outplaying them. By playing more, outplaying. You know.
Totally works, totally works. Another Storm Tamer coming down, probably going to keep that Terramander alive.
Stands to reason.
Uncle Drake with plenty of creatures, though, to just keep up the pressure versus Rambler.
We see a Tyrant Scorn coming down on the Terramander right now. Decisions to make.
Either way, it's going to be a 1-for-1, so it's just a matter of how much Uncle Drake cares for that particular Terramander with one
Which
in hand
one?
still.
That Deputy swinging in for one.
Ooh, a Vraska's Contempt getting milled.
And down comes another Terramander. The Storm Tamer coming across.
Yeah,
Now the real
Rambler.
decisions.
Yeah, Rambler. I'd be really surprised if Rambler sacrifices the Storm Tamer here. I think a Storm Tamer is meant to protect the Djinn.
I would
if
think
had to
so.
guess.
At this point, there's not enough to let the Terramander evolve. Ooh, and that Tyrant Scorn is going to be good for Rambler. That'll be where the Storm Tamer comes in clutch, except at this point there's not a fourth mana. Well, leave me to open my mouth, and then the fourth land appears.
Yeah, and Drake getting some really good mill hits here. Like, usually I don't think of having any mill cards unless you're just going to go all the way. But Uncle Drake's been getting really lucky milling some key pieces of removal and some mana that Rambler desperately needs.
Yes, the mana especially. Rambler a chance to stabilize here. The Elite Guard Mage coming out. Finds Teferi.
More mana and removal spells getting milled away. And still not quite enough mana for Enter the God Eternals.
Slow this down.
Teferi saying,
Trust me, I have a plan.
please get out of here. Thank you, thank you. Come back tomorrow.
And there's the fifth land. So if Rambler draws another land, it's probably going to be Liliana. Otherwise, that Enter the God Eternals is going to do some work. Vraska's Contempt also really nice here.
That's more like it.
Yeah, not lots of good removal on Rambler's side. A stalemate.
Rambler possibly saving the Enter the God Eternals until the Storm Tamer's gone. But Uncle Drake now has that Wizard's Retort, which is going to be really good here soon.
Uncle Drake attacking towards Teferi.
Yeah, Rambler trying to figure out what Drake can play. Yeah, it looks like Rambler's going for the Contempt first.
Makes sense. The Enter the God Eternals is a stronger spell. Might as well try and eat the counter with the Contempt. Seeing as
that's
how
a good-
Teferi's on the board.
That's a good point. I forgot that the smaller Teferi only allows opponents to cast spells at sorcery speed, which specifically sorcery speed is on your main phase when the stack is empty. So even if you're copying a sorcery spell, it's still not at sorcery speed, even if it's on your main phase.
I keep forgetting all these planeswalkers are also enchantments.
Exciting. A little death never hurts anyone.
Liliana clearing the board. This
Oh, I
is
mean-
Rambler's time to run away with the game.
Clear except for, the couple of planeswalkers hanging out.
I'll protect you.
I'm sad that Liliana doesn't amass two.
Honestly, I don't think she'd be as good if it was a mass 2.
No, probably not. But for flavor reasons, like
I think this Liliana is supposed to be her rebelling against Bolus. So I think she's using the zombies, but she's not really, like, growing the army, so to speak.
Effective.
She's turning the army on Bolus. But that's just a guess.
how many cards does Rambler have left?
That's a good question. Let's mouse over... Oh.
Probably plenty.
I think so. The deck's looking... It's looking kind of thin, but I can't really tell how thin it is, and Drake going for the concession.
Enough cards left to get to game.
Yeah, that was a pretty tight round 1. Or was that game 2? That was game 2.
That was game 2. We are all tied up. And now it just remains to be seen what will happen in game 3.
Yeah, curious to see. I didn't think Rambler changed their sideboard at all. Pretty confident with their choices from the first pass.
Makes sense to me.
Curious to see if Rambler made any shifts. Yeah, interesting start. You have all of your mana, but your earliest play is turn 3 against a fairly aggressive deck.
And everything is going to come into play tapped for the first 2 turns. No lands that come into play untapped, even if you do.
So
So
let's see
this-
if...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, let's see if Rambler can get that third mana. Otherwise, Drake is going to run away with this game pretty quick.
Yeah, this could turn ugly for NY Rambler very quick.
Well, not mana, but it is going to let them filter their deck a bit. Ooh, unless it just gets straight up countered. I always
Sometimes
forget
that
just how
happens.
much... Yeah. I always forget just how much Storm Tamer can do.
Yeah, it's really good.
The ones that always burn me is when it gives you hexproof.
Ah, yeah. Can imagine.
Still no mana. And the Mystic is probably going to be coming down real soon for Uncle Drake.
I would think so. With the second Storm Tamer in hand, you could play it right now.
And that Wizard's Retort and Dive Down going to work really well with the Mystic. Though, Deputy of Detention...
Deputy Detention is gonna say, "Alright, Mystic. That's what you get for not waiting for Storm Tamer backup."
Yeah, it was an unfortunate shields down moment for Uncle Drake.
So, now with 3 mana, NY Rambler has a chance to turn it all around.
Yeah, that Teferi probably coming down pretty soon as well. Keeping
Think we're
Uncle
gonna
Drake off
see-
of pretty much all counters.
The Oath of Kaya definitely is going to eat this Wizard's Retort. I would be shocked if it did.
Ah, it's any target. I forgot it was any target.
It is indeed any target.
Storm Tamer continuing to just chip away.
Doesn't have to tap for its ability, so it can just attack.
Storm Tamer, the best quote-unquote 20-turn clock?
Alright, well, Teferi is going to eat the Wizard's Retort. Which is probably, you know, what you would think is a better alternative. But
Unfortunately for Uncle Drake, Rambler has multiple Teferi, large and small. It's really going to help take control of this game.
Teferi is good at that. Teferi is very good at that.
I know my responsibility.
A pack of Teferi? It's a good point. What is a
No, I am
grouping
not making this
of
up as I go.
Teferi called? A time spiral of Teferi? That
No
actually
more
worked out way
games.
better than I was expecting it to. Ooh, the 5th mana for Rambler, bringing down Big Teferi.
Big Teferi gonna come hang out with little Teferi because why not? Maybe not now, but soon.
Big Teferi and Junior. Ah, there we go.
Don't you talk to me or my son ever again.
Sorry, I hold that thought.
And that's the concede.
And that'll do it.
Both Teferis working together, locking down that board.
GG's to NY Rambler. Taking those planeswalkers. So,
Who do we have next?
I don't know. Let's figure it out. Looks like Seawolf's gonna come back.
I'm sure able to show off yet another crazy deck.
Seawolf showing off crazy decks? No way. Looks like we're gonna keep Uncle Drake around.
Okay, sounds good.
And we're gonna bring Seawolf back in.
Curious to see what crazy decks these two bring this time.
Is it already the 15th? We're like 2.5 weeks away from our tournament. Like, it's getting closer and closer by the day. Speaking of, if you don't know about the tournament, on June the 1st, we're going to be having a standard tournament featuring a format just like this, except probably with some less wacky decks, more tuned towards the meta. If you're into that kind of magic. $10 entrance fee, at least $1,000 in prizes, and if you use the code MTGA Summer 2019 on the Matcherino page, you can add 50 cents for free to the prize pool. It's all sorts of fun times coming soon, so keep your eyes out for that.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty crazy tournament. I'm real curious to see how those matches go.
I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun weekend.
And speaking of matches, looks like Uncle Drake on the play with a whole lot of blue and a whole lot of Jace. Oh, this is a Jace self-mill deck. Oh, I like where this is going.
Could be either way. Uncle Drake playing full swap to.
I have not seen a self-mill deck yet outside of limited. This is gonna be interesting. Cause I imagine you gotta go for it on yourself and just hope you don't mill Jace. But on the other hand, maybe you just mill your opponent till you find Jace. I don't know what the call is here. But that mill to 5 is gonna make it real rough.
Yeah, that is a rough mulligan.
We will not fail. The land fights for us.
Uncle Drake wanting to get that Nissa out of here.
You know, that seems reasonable for Uncle Drake. Like, this is kind of a problem.
Feel
But
the heat
now
of my
Sarkin's
blade
gonna be a
come to
problem.
me.
Yeah, I'm starting to think this is a bit of a Super Friends deck, looking at Seawolf's hand. Super Friends being an archetype where it's just as many planeswalkers as you can.
And that's far more than reasonable in the current standard
In
climate.
this land, we are all connected.
Uncle Drake not gonna wait to have those planeswalkers cracking in as dragons.
No need to prolong the misery. Let's get to the sideboard. Figure out the new plan. New plan, the petitioners are slow.
Petitioners are pretty slow. Although I was an absolute monster and made a deck that was literally just Petitioners and mana. It won more than I'd like to admit. It was literally 22 land and the rest Petitioners. Cuz I had to know.
I really, really like this deck.
Yeah, it's certainly interesting. If nothing else, I'm intrigued.
And that looks like a slightly better opener.
Yeah, probably saving that opt until they can get some benefit with oh, nope, never mind.
Oh,
Just holding off a little bit.
Using your instance at the end of your opponent's turn. That's like you should.
That's fair, that's fair. These types of decks have a lot of cards where if you cast a blue spell or draw a card, it's to some mill benefit, so.
That's also true.
That's at least what I was thinking. Also, the Jace. Probably going for the self-mill right away.
And a second Drowned Secrets hitting the field will get full value out of that Wall of Lost Thoughts next turn.
Ooh,
Seawolf.
Seawolf cracking in.
Full aggro.
Yeah, Uncle Drake unfortunately stuck on mana a bit. Probably not wanting to start milling themselves until they at least have 4 mana online for Jace.
Yeah, I mean, might not want to self-mill at all. Might be going straight for the mill out Seawolf plan. Seawolf attacking, has the Colossus in hand. We'll just run over the wall. More like a speed bump.
Pop, pop. Alright, there's some mana at least.
A little bit of mana.
That
has
ooze
to-
is going to get out of control real quick, though.
We're losing more cards on Seawolf's side, but will it be enough?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be quite fast enough. Seawolf
think-
is going to be cracking in for, you know, possibly...
Well,
looks
with
like
the
it's gonna
Bane
be-
Fire, that's going to be. Oh, the Bane Fire's one off. I lied.
Yeah, only at 4 for now. I'm surprised Seawolf didn't play the Domri. Just crack in for even more. Oh, there's the 4th blue, but it's going to be a little too late. Playing the Jace just to show that you have it. I can respect that.
I love a good puzzle. This will come in handy.
Psychic Corrosion also doing work, but in the end, just not enough against the onslaught of monsters on Seawolf's side. So,
Yeah, that mill deck, I think, could have really run away with everything if just a little more land, a little faster.
just that's all it needed. That's a fun deck. I really, really like that from Uncle Drake. But with that, that is going to bring us to the end of another Wednesday night.
It certainly was a crazy one. Lot of, one of my favorite things about these Wednesday night magics is we see some real weird decks and a lot of back and forth from all those weird decks too.
Yeah, that's like there's nothing really at stake here, so like having fun with friends, you get to see all sorts of weird fun things, and then okay, maybe I want to try this out against somebody and test it and see how it works.
The stakes have never been lower.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Next week, I'm sure we're gonna do another wacky style format. If I had to guess, I'm gonna talk to some people and confirm that, and then I'll make an announcement tomorrow, Friday. Check the Discord. But then 2 weeks from now, I'm sure it'll be standard again to lead into the tournament the following Saturday after that. If you want to participate, be sure to go to the Matcherino page and sign up. Join the Discord to keep tabs on everything. Be sure to follow Team Instant Speed on Twitter. If you do all of that, you'll be sure to stay up on all of the latest information coming at you from us. I'm especially excited to get a bunch of custom merch, finally for sale. We're still waiting on just the stuff on the back end to get working. But once it's done, I'll be sure to be making a big announcement about that. So if you like dragons and want to see dragons on shirts and coffee mugs and stuff, keep eyes out.
Gotta get that dragon on all the things.
It's such a cool dragon.
It is a cool dragon.
But with that, Roguely, do you have anything else to say to everyone at home?
Not that I can think of. Have a good evening, everybody.
Alrighty, have a great night, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We will see you back here next week, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.